Hey, Gun Fox here. So, ratings came out today. These ones are leaked, and they're coming out tomorrow, but we're going to try to get this up tonight. We got a couple things to go through in this video. All of the leaked rating. There's about a thousand of them in the spreadsheet. I'll link it here. This is my own spreadsheet, so I just copy and pasted it from the spreadsheet. But I'll link their spreadsheet. They have it broken down by team if you want it that way in there. So I'll put that in the description. Otherwise, we got this blog post to go through too with the new rating breakdowns. So we got a little bit of a video ahead of us. So we know about the 799s. Now, whether you think it's great inflation and this is grad school and how it's the downfall of America, or you think it's just some 99s in a video game and that's the top of the scale, and maybe that's, basically that's the kind of setting as the playmakers, I guess, greatest players of all time, right? You can't go above 99 if those are the marks. So, weirdly enough, to be a 99 overall, you don't need 99 in every single category. Now, us MUT players are historically angry about that. We want our 99s to be 99. So 96 throw power for a 99 overall quarterback doesn't feel like he's a perfect player, but maybe that's why he's not 100. Anyways, Tom Brady's number one. We know about these 7. They've done a blog post. This is part of their marketing scheme for these 7 guys. Julio's a 98 and on down. Like these. So I had ratings earlier this year, and this comes from the same source. But the earlier ratings this year were basically, preliminary ratings. They didn't have everything down. They didn't have the whole list and shebang in order. But this one looks either very accurate or somebody put a lot of time into putting these ratings that'll be officially released tomorrow. But this is you guys' first crack at it to see what's your favorite player, like Boye here at 94. So pretty nice. I don't know who I want to break down, what I want to do. There's so much information here. It might be best just to go through it yourself, give it a look-see, copy it and paste it into your own spreadsheet so you can sort, and then obviously freeze pane so you can find the fastest guy. Like, all right, let's how do I, man, I'm so used to Excel. How do I sort row in Google Docs? Is that even here? Is that even possible? Where's the sort row in Google Docs? Not that it matters. I'm sure I could find it. Tools. Nope. Data. There it is. Sort. There it is. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Shoot. Let's undo that. All right. Anyways, my data has headers. Come on. Shorts. All right. Doesn't want that. Anyways, look down. Get your own spreadsheet. Find your own life. I don't have enough cash for Excel here at the home, but yeah, kind of neat to see all of the player birth date numbers. I don't have numbers in this. I don't even know when we're born. Just nameless, faceless beings to EA. We're just another brick in the wall. So they got the route running, ratings, short, play rec, juke. Oh, where's the medium? It don't matter. Anyways, I'm kind of just wasting time here. Go look through it yourself. There's a ton here. I haven't really gone through them too much so far. But let's go into the blog that they sent. Anyways, this is them taking a shot at the people that put out ratings early, like myself and EA, I'm not a game changer, but EA game changers that put it out at EA Play, where they recorded videos, and it got into all the sports talk shows about ratings and how they were wrong, and Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady and all that fun stuff. But we're not here to discuss ESPN and their talkity talks. So let's walk our way through these new route ratings. So short route running, medium route running, deep route running. We talked about with Clint on the podcast and what kind of routes are here. That's not really what I get into because I've gotten through that topic before. There's nothing too crazy about that. We'll actually need to test out if this makes that big of a difference and what the thresholds are for the good animations for route running. Run block, power, run block finesse is kind of what I want to go over here and my concerns in this. So run block, the ability of the player to block in space. Okay, because like lead block is in space but hitting somebody. So I think maybe run block might be like after your initial lead block, if they get rid of impact block, this is how long you can hold them. So you lead block, you hit them. If you don't hit them over, then run block kicks in. That makes the most sense to me. Let me know if you guys interpret a difference, but basically ability of player to block in space. So maybe that's like 3 yards down past the line of scrimmage after lead block engages. Because run block power, the ability of a player to block from man concept runs such as a dive, stretch, etc. Established at the play call screen. So now this is going to bring into the effect, like, all right, so the play call screen is where your run block power versus run block finesse are going. So if I audible, like say I have a great run block finesse offensive line, and I audible from an inside zone to a dive, would my finesse then be going? Would I be able to just basically cheese out my finesse run blocking? Or will the play call screen be overwritten with the audible? That's something we want to test, or just maybe ask EA devs. It's too bad I didn't see this before we had Clint to the podcast, because I would have asked that question. So finesse and power has got a lot of little finessing we can do as players. Hopefully it works. I'm assuming the audible will change the run block finesse versus power, and what stat goes into it. I assume EA thought of that, but you never know, and who knows what we can cheese our ways into next year. So basically, run block finesse, run block power. That's cool. Now pass block. This is interesting. The ability of a tight end, running back, or offensive lineman to block a pass rusher who does not utilize a pass rush move. I wonder if traits are going to matter next year with pass rush moves. Like, if you don't have a trait, you don't do that pass rush move. That would make a ton of sense, because who's not using a pass rush move if you're rushing the passer? Like, who's just... I think bull rush is technically a pass rush move. Like, a power rush move is a bull rush. That's like a straight pushback. So at every single moment of a defensive lineman's life, he's doing a bull rush, a swim, a spin, a rip, a chop, like all these different moves. But what is pass block for not utilize? When are they not utilizing a pass rush move? I don't understand that part. So that'll be an interesting thing. But moving on, we talked about lead block, a lead blocker, fullback, pulling lineman, etc. I think wide receiver would be in here too for the lead block once they get ahead of steam. But pass block power, pass block finesse. Now this is something that we're gonna have to really pay attention to, especially for guys that can we can move our team around. Now in MUT, this is either gonna matter a ton or not matter at all. So the way they did MUT ratings in 18 is that they basically made all offensive linemen the same. So if you were 78 overall, your run block, pass block were pretty much around that same low 80s area. But if you so in years past, like Madden 15, I think I showed this in my IU Potty review and my issue with Madden 18 and the lack of budget cards. IU Potty is a great run blocker, but a very terrible pass blocker. And every year since 15, they've moved his pass block and run block closer to each other to basically take his individuality out of the game. So in 19, if they move those further apart, where they actually can differentiate these linemen from each other, instead of just every offensive lineman is essentially the same blob out there. There's no personality. Maybe a couple points more in run block, couple more points in pass block, but that's not really there's no specialists. So with pass block power, pass block finesse, if they go back to the specialist method in MUT, you might want to have a backup tackle one that can block finesse rushers, one that can block power rushers, and the same thing with defensive linemen. And then you can kind of play a trading game in and out. If they put in their finesse blocker, you move in your power rusher, and so on and so forth. So you rotate them each time. So that way the offense, if they recognize that and are able to adapt, then you'll be able to adapt back. But if they don't, then you have a significant advantage to the whole game rushing your power rusher against a finesse blocker. But I assume MUT is not going to be that way, and they're going to take the easy way out, the same way they took awareness and play rec, made them the same dang stat for every single defender, offender, just to basically get rid of that whole awareness doesn't matter because play rec does. So I assume pass block power, pass block finesse, it's not going to be that big of a deal because the MUT people have really let me down with their ratings over the years. Anyways, that is my issue. Let's go on to the next one. Throw under pressure. Determines how accurate a quarterback is when they're pressured. Makes sense. Break sack. How frequently a quarterback will be able to break sack from an incoming pass rusher. Now, some broke better sacks in the past, and we don't know exactly why. We think it's trucking, elusiveness. Some say strength. I don't know. I never tested it, but it could have been any one of those things. Now we have an actual stat that's determined. I think I asked Clint on the podcast about this. I don't remember if he said strength plays into it at all or not for this break sack stat, but break sack is what you're going to look at for your quarterback. If you're sitting in the pocket quite a bit to, shrug off those, defensive ends coming to strip the ball from you. So that's it for the new player rating attribute blog and my thought on that, and then the new ratings in general. I hope the teams, these are reg ratings. These aren't MUT ratings. So have fun. You could basically take all these ratings, like the ones at 99 overall, take every rating and subtract 9 or 10 from it, maybe 8 from every single rating. I think you'd be safe and you'll get to MUT every single overall rating. Now these ones, like the speed guys that are 99, you could I guess a -8 would be fine. If you get more towards the 80s, I could see these guys being low 80s instead of, because they kind of squish the ratings a little bit. But we'll see how low they take them. I really want, my biggest dream for Madden and Mutt is for them to actually use the whole rating scale. Right now, they only use ratings 50 to 99. So they only use half the rating scale essentially, especially for like the speed rating. Like last year was crazy when somebody got 40 something speed. I'm like, all right, MLB The Show gives guys 0 speed and 1 speed. Like, why can't you use the whole 100-point scale to really differentiate these numbers for these guys? But you know, in the end, it's all a sham and a game, because like it doesn't really matter. It's like centigrade versus Fahrenheit. They're measuring the same thing, just in different scales, but it's essentially measuring the same thing. Like, you can code the game to be whatever speed you want to differentiate. Like, the difference between 86 speed and 87 speed could literally be 1,000 miles per hour, however they code it. So the difference in numbers is just for us as consumers to see the difference in players, instead of saying, okay, that guy's an 85 speed, he's trash. That guy's an 88 speed, he's amazing. They can do it however they want. I just like the spread to see the different stuff. Maybe that's just a psychological thing for me, but I am a psychological being. Anyways, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Break down the ratings. What do you guys hate? What do you guys love? Who's going to be your team next year if you're playing regs? And thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you tomorrow.